Phillies get a sorely needed bat in Luis Arraez for two good relief prospects. The Athletic has live coverage of the 2026 MLB Trade Deadline. Trade details. The Philadelphia Phillies acquire 2B Luis Arraez and RHP Kilian from the San Francisco Giants for RHPs Ramon, Marquez, and Marty. Gair. The Phillies had to do something to improve their offense, because they've been taking on water for weeks now, and were as few as 4 games over .500 as recently as Saturday morning. They ended up trading 2 good relief prospects for that help, bringing in one of the best rental bats available in Luis Arraez, who couldn't be a bigger contrast to the archetypical Phillies hitter of 2026. Advertisement: I don't know where the Phillies are going to play Arraez. The initial reports are that he will play second base, shifting nearly the entire Phillies infield as a result. But his bat will help their struggling lineup, which is down to 2 good hitters at this point, with Brandon Marsh disappearing over the past month.
So why is everyone suddenly talking about GLP-1?
It's the hormone that helps control cravings, blood sugar, and appetite. Basically, it tells your brain you're full.
Most GLP-1 supplements out there are actually cinnamon or turmeric in a capsule,
Which don't actually support GLP-1.
Edavita GLP-1 is different. It's the first capsule with Akkermansia, a gut bacteria linked to GLP-1 release.
Plus berberine, green tea, grapeseed, hibiscus, and prebiotics to feed the good bacteria.
Scan the QR code now or visit grabdeal.us/7 to explore the details.
Arraez is in the midst of a renaissance across the board, playing the best defense of his life with plus 11 outs above average already, along with his best offensive production since 2023. The Phillies have the second worst OBP in the National League this year and the third most strikeouts, so Arraez directly addresses that deficiency regardless of who he replaces in the lineup. The most obvious solution would be to slide Bryson Stott to third base, not ideal for midseason, and install Arraez at second, with Alec Bohm, who can neither hit nor field at this point, going to the bench or beyond, rather than moving him to first base and Bryce Harper to right field, as the initial reports suggest. I don't know whether Bohm even has trade value at this point, with a $10.2 million salary and production below replacement level. And because he's a free agent after the season anyway, the Phillies have no incentive at all to keep playing him. Also, today's Bohm's 30th birthday, so, happy birthday. Have you considered celebrating in the Lehigh Valley? The Phillies also added some middle relief help by acquiring Kilian in the deal. Originally drafted by the Giants, but then traded to the Cubs in the Kris Bryant deal in 2021, Kilian returned to his original organization this offseason and has remade himself into a solid middle reliever, working with a fastball, slider, and curveball, but surprisingly dominating lefties so far this year. As far as the return, the Giants did pretty well here given Arraez's impending free agency and recent history of not playing like he currently is playing. Advertisement right-hander Ramon Marquez, who signed as an international free agent out of Mexico for $10,000, has been the breakout star of the Phillies system this year, which made it almost a certainty they'd trade him. He's a sinker/changeup guy who can't spin the ball, with no viable breaking pitch, but the changeup is plus, and he throws enough strikes to at least try to keep him as a starter in the short term. If he goes to the bullpen, he could be a good high-leverage reliever because that changeup is going to miss a ton of bats, especially if hitters only see him once or twice in a series. Right-hander Marty Gair throws mostly fastballs, but what fastballs they are, up to 102 mph with riding life and as much as 7.3 feet of extension. It's entertaining just watching minor league hitters flinch and play defense against the pitch, which has generated a 50% whiff rate this season. He has a good enough slider as a second pitch to see a high-leverage reliever ceiling here, too, maybe even closer level, but he has to continue to improve his control. He returned from an elbow injury last season to walk 26% of the batters he faced, but he has brought that down to just under 15% this year. If he pitches twice in a series, I suppose the second one would be the return of Marty Gair. As for the Phillies' other trade for reliever Brooks Raley, I have seen the players they sent to the Mets, RHP Luke Gabrish and of John Spikerman, and have both as org players. Joseph's University is the better of the two and could end up a big league reliever in his best case scenario.